All right, welcome back everybody to SeaBATTLE 3 Halloween Jamboree. I am joined by Enki. Enki, how is this event been so far?
SeaBATTLE is so fun. It's so cool. It's the only local I've ever been to, and it just keeps getting better. I'm having a
Today has been very great.
yes,
Especially with seeing everybody in their outfits today. I know I have today. I'm gonna take one up.
Very smart, very smart.
Yeah, but yeah, just the vibe here is always great. We have this a small enclosed space. Everybody's really getting the chance to talk to each other, being close to each other. Yeah. So going into our round one of redemption bracket, we have Dog Squad versus Brella Besties. Oh, round two.
Round two. Yeah, Sog Squad and Brella Besties. We saw Sog Squad go up against Secret of Four earlier. Great team. I'm excited to see Sog Squad against, see how they can. And then also I played against Brella Besties in our first fray. They were a tough team to play against. They were very fun, very, very good team. So it'll be excited to see both these teams in action again.
Yeah, definitely compared to the other SeaBATTLE, but I know a lot of these teams are starting to get really close to each other in the matchup. So I know I'm pretty sure you've had several game fives already on stream. These are going to be really close to watch, really interesting.
Yeah, Splatoon tourney, games here always love to go to the final game, really hype sets, and a local is no so I'm excited to see what these teams do.
I'm certainly excited to see what Brella pairs we're going to see on Brella Besties.
What maps?
Let's see.
Oh, here we go.
Those are not so
We're not sure what map modes are. Oh, they're right on the screen here, of course.
Oh, yeah.
So we got Scorch Gorge Clams up first. A classic big map, really, really fun to play on. We saw that in a couple rounds already. What do you like about Scorch Gorge Clams?
Because I feel a lot of other clan maps, there are a lot of team fight and mid type, but I feel for Scorch, because we have that giant pillar in the mid, it kind of breaks up all the fights, so you have kind of have to spread your resources further, so it's a lot more a competitive game than other clans maps.
Yeah, it's really cool to see the 2v2s happening in mid on either side. And I feel a lot of the map really gets used, those kind of pits down to the side and stuff. Nothing is off limits in this map, which is a really cool thing. You see fights happen.
Yeah, I especially taking advantage of rates, because personally I've been on the front line a lot more recently. Yep. So while we're getting a push going, I like to take the opportunity to say can I get to those rates and take a pinch from that.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's such a powerful position to take, because so often on defense you're really focusing on that ramp, and if someone gets around behind you and can pinch, that's an easy double, triple, and a lot of points on the board. So yeah, we got Scorch Clams up first, Mincemeat Tower second, Humpback Rainmaker third. All very, very fun. We don't see Mincemeat a lot in comp, so that's going to be a fun one to see. That's another thing I really like about this SeaBATTLE. The map mode list is very unconventional, I'd say. We saw Lemuria in 2 different modes, and we see maps like Mincemeat and Mahi as a really fun to see these maps you don't often see in a competitive setting. What's been your biggest surprise map mode so far?
Definitely. Ooh, that's actually a hard one. Either Double Lemuria was surprised, but I think my biggest surprise was Bluefin Zone.
Bluefin Zones, yes.
Yeah, that one is especially painful because yeah.
It was funny when it first came out, because it honestly felt like it was a really cool idea and could be a really good comp map. I saw it in a couple tournaments early on. Then I think people realize that it's not very fun. It's very very lockout heavy sometimes. But I also think that's what makes it fun to bring it back into events like this.
And I know also, of course, we have the Mincemeat Tower in there. It's obviously the best map in the game, no matter what, any mode or anything.
Yeah, no arguments there. I think everyone would agree.
Yeah.
If I pulled out my phone and looked at chat right now, everyone would agree with this.
That's the mildest of takes.
The mildest of takes, yeah. It's just something, Cooler is good and Mincemeat is a great map. Those are exactly the same.
Yeah. All right, so looking forward a bit in the map pool, I also see Humpback Rainmaker. So that is actually one of my personal favorite map modes because there is a lot more opportunity for chaos, being a harbinger of chaos on that map.
Very chaotic map. There's a great flank around side that, again, kind of like taking the greats at Scorch Clans. Like, if you can get to it, although it's a lot farther, if you can get to it and get behind, like, crazy push is going to happen there. And the whole team really has to turn around and look if it's a weapon that can take a lot of damage, or give a lot of damage, I should say. Then we also, go ahead.
Certainly in this, I've been watching a few of these teams. I think I've seen both of these teams play so far. I don't know, we've seen a lot of unconventional weapon picks so far.
Yeah.
You know,
Brella Besties round 1 went, double Brella a lot, which I had to switch some of my weapon picks against that because roller into Brella just really does not work out well.
and I believe on Dog Squad, one of them was playing one of the bows at one point, I believe.
Yeah, we've seen Tri-Stringer. We've seen, honestly, just a ton of weapons in this tournament, which is so cool. Like, at high level, even at low level, you really see pick over and over. And I know I was watching Char's stream earlier this week about his tier list of this patch, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of weapons that are good at the top level, but when you see a one trick or someone who's really good at an off-meta weapon, they can kind of wreak havoc because sometimes you don't know what to do.
Yeah, I know, certainly, at least in this area, we do have a lot of those kind of people, because you think of Ollie, who plays that win a lot, also plays Flux. We have Mike, who plays a lot of rollers, dynamos. We have the Chrono, who plays a lot of pins. And just being able to like take those weapons and kind of elevate them to the next level and like play them in tournament. See what works.
Yeah, absolutely. I know one of the toughest matchups the last SeaBATTLE I played in was that 20 pew pew at home team. Like, going up against quad bamboo is just, going up against a good bamboo player, you really see all of its strengths on display. Like, you don't think it's a good paint weapon, but it puts out so much paint. It can kill insanely fast in the right hands, and it's a great weapon all around if you know how to use it. So the two teams here, we got Sog Squad, we got Codetastic, Alex FG, Ink X, and Spencer. And up against Brella Besties, which is Ivok Otter, Wani, Kadrian, and Curse Kid. Looks like they're just getting ready to get into this first match here.
Being up now.
Yeah. I don't want to give away too much about either of the comps, but we are seeing a lot of weapons we've already seen here. So from our vantage point over here, we can kind of get a sneak peek on, and I think this is going to be interesting. I think it's going to be fun. And we saw last time on Scorch Gorge, whoever controlled that middle pillar is a great way to describe that. I used the word tower earlier. It doesn't work in this game. There's different modes to that. But if you can get up on that pillar, use something with a lot of range, like, a crab tang, like a splatling, like a ballpoint, it works out really well. So as we load in here, let's see what weapons we got. We do see the double Brella on the side of.
See it. We also have the vanilla mini coming out for Song Squad.
Yeah, that ultra stamp, it might. It's another thing that is great in the right hands. We've seen Zimmy, we've seen vanilla mini on both sides here. Sorry, both in this tournament, and we see that Stringer that you talked about.
Yep. So big team fight happening right here. Like, two down the one down for Brella Besties.
Let's see what Sog Squad can do with this. They're sharing plans, carrying, and they're really trying to make a good push here. And the basket is down. It is open.
Get that early score in for them. Looks like they're going to be getting something, trying to maybe extend this push, but they're going to off the back off.
Yeah, it's just a 20-point push here in the start, but it's a great way to start it out. Get some points on the board, maybe make them a little bit more scared of you on the other side.
It looks like this team deck going to come out for Brella Besties going to cut through these back lines.
A great early pick and pushing back the pencil. That was amazing.
There it is.
You don't want your Stringer all the way up front there as the only person. They had to back out as the other Brellas came in. I'm interested to see how Brella Besties are going to be able to hold against Dog Squad because, Tent is a really good holding weapon, and Stringer is great at controlling space, but honestly, they don't have a ton that can really hold powerfully, so they're gonna have to really work together with that. Crabs out on both sides here.
Standing Brella Besties back, scrambling back, trying to take cover.
Brella Besties with some good points on the board here, but they are getting pushed back onto their ramp. One down on each side, and the Trizuka is up here.
Another jetpack coming out here from Brella Besties. Okay, we find take the pick on that down.
The stamp coming out, getting one, getting two. That inkjet return. Another fight happening around this pillar. It's just, again, showing how important it is to control mid here, get that pillar, and make pushes from it towards the ramp. Another Brella going down, another trade in the middle here. We're at a good standstill in the middle, both teams are trying to take control, getting some picks, but it's pretty even on.
Yeah, one trade off for each team again. Looks like Brella Besties is finally trying to take advantage of the top game. Lose the fight there, though. We're going to get a crab stuck up there. Big advantage from the Dog Squad.
Yeah.
This much control here.
Yeah, Crab in a great position. It looks like this, the Doolies are going to try to take that flank across Greats like you were talking about earlier.
And going so far up.
They have so many points here. They have a great hold going on, but the Crab coming out might be able to push them back. Huge push here from Sog Squad.
And these Doolies are trying to delay them, pushing back in the mid for as long as they can.
And that's so strong when you can do that as a frontline too. A lot of times it's best to kind of jump out, try to live if you can, but if you can back up a little bit and try to hold that space as your teammates respawn and come back in, that's so valuable for your team.
Gives you just so much more extra space after you go 2 or 3 down. It looks like Dog Squad is going to be ready to start pushing out again after they get all the cooler up. See how Brella Besties onto this. It's like the Zuka up, going to take the Mini down.
Great push here coming from Sog Squad. They're holding mid, tent down, trying to get onto this pillar, but the Crab from the other side is doing very well to keep them out. Oh, big double there, big triple there, coming from the Doolies here. Need one clan. They're coming in with a lot of firepower here. They might be able to knock it out here with the right team strategy. I think that toxic mist did a lot to slow them down.
The Bucket taking a crazy fight there.
Yeah.
Not being able to win it though.
The Slosher in the 1v2, they tried, but in the end they were taken down, and we see Brella Besties pushing back into mid here.
Crazy grab right there.
Oh wow. These Doolies are really just doing the most, and it is working out. The Crab holding mid, the Doolies' main weapon pushing up and getting a ton of picks, and the flanks there. Really fun to watch this player play.
They're going down to that tent though, and it's like Brella Besties is going to get them to push up onto the basket. They have a ball. Yeah, there's quite a number of clans.
We're in overtime, and the basket is open with a lot of clans. Another pick going down here. Can they get the comeback?
They do have the Fitty clan ready too. They just have to stay alive and keep the basket open.
They do. Staying alive might be the hard part with those Doolies getting the double pick. 3 of them down, and that might be game.
You have to just know way back to that game 1 is going to go to Dog Squad.
Yeah, congrats Dog Squad. That was a really good back and forth game. They had a really good huge push to take the lead, and Brella Besties just weren't able to come back, break in, and do enough to get that lead back.
Yeah, I feel like towards the end there, they did kind of catch up. They game, they managed to push back into the basket, but it was just a little too late. So the game 1 is going to be going Dog Squad. Game 2, looking for Mincemeat. What do you think?
Oh man, Mincemeat. Mincemeat Tower it's fun. I think it's one of the better modes. on this map, and I'd love to see what Brella Besties can do. Like if they can get that tent on the tower, and if they can push up past it well enough, I think they could hold for, you know, a really good push. After that second, yeah, the second checkpoint, I believe. If you can get the tent out in front there, then that's gonna block so much, and it's gonna take a big flank to take them down.
Yeah, I know. As a occasional 10 player myself, I am friends with the 10 player. I know we're definitely going to see this is one of the 10's better maps. You know, and it's me. So, yeah, it's going to be a strong pick here.
And it's kind of rough for a team when you know one of your best maps is a map that doesn't get played at all. Like a long time ago in a special tournament, we played a mincemeat zones game, and my team actually went quad blob, and it worked out beautifully because, you know, random picks like blob blobber are great at just ricocheting off walls and getting crazy picks you expect. So maybe we see some of those unconventional weapons. See vanilla blob. We see, you know, something like a blaster coming out to get around those corners. So far, not a lot of changes that we can see yet, but you know, maybe that's the right choice for the need.
All right, so what do you think Brella Besties would have to change about their play to kind of change the outcome of that of the game?
That's a great question. You know, I think I said this earlier about Sog Squad against C4 actually. I think it's about taking fights together. We saw when those Brellas work together, they can get some chip damage. They can really take players down quickly. So, you know, hopefully they can work together. They can take down some players that might overextend, and maybe they can do stuff with that.
It looks like a really only one Brella for Brella Besties.
Single Brella, that might be the change they need, you know? You see a sloshing machine. Oh, that's a great pick over ledges on tower. And it could be really good against this team, as we already see at Sog Squad.
Right, just the mini end and the left. Looks like they're going to be taking the tower here and taking mid control for now.
One interesting pick, the only change that I believe we decided to talk about is the Zinc mini spotling instead of the. I think that bubble is going to be really important here.
That is if they can get it up. Looks like so for now, tower's going to be continuing pushing the main past that first checkpoint.
Yeah, Brella Bestie's having a great opening here. They're getting a lot of picks. They're kind of staggering the other team.
I think they got getting a bit scattered there. They're going to go totally down. So Sog Squad have a chance to push back down here. They're going to chase that last player.
Yeah, that was a soft wipe there. So now they have the chance to take space. Let's see if they can take that lead back with the Zuka coming out and getting an immediate pick. Oh, I thought it was going to get a couple more there.
Right,
that pencil player controlling the tower.
Sog Squad puller out. They're going to be able to take some aggressive fights here.
Yeah, that is one huge advantage they have over is having that ability to instantly respawn and get back into fights if you go down.
Looks like the Booyah Bomb and the Spectre can install this tower now to Sog Squad back a bit.
Yeah, Brella Besties are able to keep their lead, and you know, they're doing a great job of getting back into mid and taking some space up again. This is a very good back and forth, very good match. So
looks like Sog Squad or Brella Besties are going to push back through that set for definitely.
that Stringer just content with staying in the ink, playing that tower, and really riding that objective to make sure they continue this push up. Wow. Huge quad from the side of Sog Squad. We heard the excitement, we heard the pop off from the station over here. That was a really good way to stop that push and really just, you know, highlight your skill as a player.
It looks like right now, it looks like Brella Besties doesn't quite know how they want to do this retake here. They're going to go 2 down from these specials. Looks like a Sog Squad.
Yeah, and again, they had that Stringer as their player. Sog Squad is doing a really good job at keeping the other weapons out. Nice job getting 2 off the tower there, but they did lose their leads. They're going to have to push back up and make a play here. We're about halfway through this game, and we've seen a lot of lead switches. We've seen a lot of good fights. See what happens in the second half.
Yeah. Alright, looks like 2 down for Sog Squad. So Brella Besties going to just being able to try to take this past the truck, but it looks like the 1v1 is not going to go that well. So we're going to have to all the tower there for now. So Duck is there.
That bucket was doing a great job at living over on that. About too many members.
We saw one just really being able to stall that tower on that front right there.
Pencil doing a great job from the snipe, being able to keep people back, not able to push up past mid, which I think is going to be their win condition, their key to keeping their lead that they have here. And it doesn't hurt to push up with that too. So that's Zimmy right in the tower. We're probably going to see the bubble come out on the tower soon.
There it is.
And it might allow them to get this second checkpoint that they need. That would be huge for their lead.
It definitely looks like Brella Besties is kind of playing super separately right now. They're not really playing together. Like you mentioned, is what they probably would have to get this never game result.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really panic a little bit as the tower starts rolling. And, you know, sometimes it's just best to kind of slow down, wait for your team, let them get a few more points just so you can push back in and get the whole team out, which they did really well there at that last checkpoint.
Yeah.
Booyah Bomb coming out on the side of Brella Besties. Let's see if they can make their push. About 30 seconds left, so this might be their last chance.
They're definitely going to want to see some of these players, you know, that push up to those key points, key choke points.
And a great pick from the pencil there. A big difference between the pencil and the tri-stringer is if your pencil is the only one alive, they can still get picks, they can still get space. It's a lot harder to do that with the matter.
Right, it does look like Brella doesn't having to put a lot of resources, just taking the control of the truck.
Oh, they're trying to shred that. Oh, a huge shred on the Booyah Bomb.
Well, they weren't able to get the power back, so that's game to inside this rock.
Unfortunate. Dog Squad looking very dominant in the second half of that game, but you know, Brella Besties did great at pushing out and getting an early. You know, it's just about how they are going to be able to push out, get that lead, and keep it next time, which sometimes that's the hardest part, honestly.
I know certainly in a game like Ringmaker, it's going to be a lot more back and forth, and it's going to be a lot more different. Oh, here we have it. Okay.
For you.
Who made these? Who's the artist?
Asa made the postcard, and Seed.
Who?
Asa and Seed.
And Seath. Okay. We have some of the SeaBATTLE art here that the new mascot and the sticker made by the lovely artist Seath. And the postcard, which is so cool for this Halloween themed SeaBATTLE, made by Asa.
Alright, and then also here we have these wipeout hoodies made by, custom made by Satan.
Custom embroidered, just incredible work.
One sleeve that has gamer tag on the other.
Yeah, right down at the bottom there. And what's so cool about Satan doing this is we got to, if we wanted one, we got to personally pick what colors we got. So I see you got a teal, an aqua, and a green thread. And I went for more of a watermelon. Oh, thanks. I went for more of a watermelon theme with mine. It's a like a pink and green. Who's did I just get thrown here? Oh, Saf also threw his. A great basic black and green. It looks so clean together. I know my wife Sekhmet got a really cool like gold and green. So a lot of people with that green thread. It seems like all the examples we have right now picked that green. It's pretty great. Oh yeah. Washington coming out. You know, we're here in Seattle. So many evergreen. We're called the Evergreen State. So you know, you gotta represent with that green thread. Yeah, beautiful work by Satan here. This took a lot of time, a lot of effort, and she really just killed it. So shout out to her for running this whole event and for making these awesome hoodies.
Yeah, shout out to the Kios.
Heck yeah.
Like, say it once, say it always. They really are the people who make all this happen.
Then we got these cool 3D printed custom weapons. I think Fusion 3D printed all of these. I love these. They're so cool. Working triggers and everything. We got the K Rapid, and now we're into this game 3 here. Let's see if Brella Besties can do what they need to get a lead and keep it throughout this game.
We're going to be moving to the custom team. machine that goes. And then that's the not moving out for Dog Squad.
We get an early trade here. We see that Machine Neo moving into mid, trying to get some picks across, and 2 more go down on the side of Sog. But that pencil, again, is just so strong at holding space, getting quick picks, and the Nautilus is back to take out that Rainmaker. A lot of team fights in mid. There's a lot happening here. Very... A very exciting opening to this game. We thought we'd see an early checkpoint here, but it actually goes the other way on the side of Sog. Again, just so good at recovering from.
We have a big fight coming in mid.
Oh, that huge Zuka getting by the check.
Yeah.
We see a lot of specials coming out on the side of Brella Best to keep them from getting any more points on the side of Sog's Club.
They're not quite able to chase that last player all the way back to the front point. We're going to see how much space in the they're going to be able to take them.
I'd be interested to see if that machine can get pick over the wall. Maybe they can get or against the Zuka from the other side. There's the Zuka, but it looks like it might be too little too late. Oh, a huge point blank pick from the machine there. And this machine is just living over on this right side until they finally get taken out. But they did enough to keep the Rainmaker there and get the checkpoint.
Alright, looks like things are going to be somewhat even for now in this game.
Checkpoints down on both sides. We see that advantage Sog squad because they got the checkpoint first, but Brella Besties are able to hold space over here. I think the Tri-Sticker was trying to sneak to get to the Rainmaker, but the Pencil were able to keep them out. And smartly, they stayed back. You know, I've made the mistake before of trying to dive for that and dying in the process, so they did a great job staying back there.
I don't think that not going to be able to cancel out that Zuka, maybe taking 2 down on the side of Brella Bestie.
Oh, but the Rainmaker getting the knot, able to get some points and take the lead early here. Halfway through this match, and it is a tight fight. Oh, huge wipeout though.
Though Sog's going to be looking to take this as far as they can. They're already painting on mid, trying to get guys close to that elbow as quickly as they can.
Yeah, it's hard in this position because you want to get across and rush really quickly, but Brella Besties are already respawned. They're ready to take them out. Oh, but a huge push from Inkax up the front there. Even through the miss, it is not enough to keep them back.
Have that big lead all the way to 25 points.
And they're still up there. They're still able to pick that. And the Zuka is the only thing that can stop. Machine getting the pick, but those points continue to fall. Sog Squad getting a huge lead here, and it's looking like they're trying their 3-0 in this set. Now all they have to do is defend for 2 more minutes, which sometimes can be easier said than done. That's for sure.
Rainmaker, if any mode in the Rainmaker where this comeback can happen.
Oh, absolutely. Points fall so fast here, and on a map like Pack where it's pretty slow or pretty small, you can get a lot of points really quickly.
Big final Zuka shot coming out from Wani.
Deathbringer retreating, trying to pop the Rainmaker. It looks like they're going to be able to. And Sog Squad is back in that elbow there. They're able to defend from the other sides. It's going to be hard to push the Rainmaker through there, especially when they're juiced.
Yeah, I think the big thing that Brella is having trouble with these 2 mid lines from Sog Squad is that the bucket and the knot is just putting so much pressure, like further than like most of the weapons reach. So they have to take space and take advantage of like moving the knot.
Yeah, it's very hard when you're playing a coolerless comp against cooler. Even the picks that you get, you can wipe the whole team and they're still back quickly enough to defend.
They're already at mid.
Alright, looks like we're gonna be able to drop the Rainmaker back in mid here.
And so quickly, Brella Besties come back out, get all of mid controlled, but they're having a tough time pushing through the elbow and getting the points that they need. Let's see if the Zuka can get any picks here. Oh, they almost did. This machine getting a direct, but not able to finish off this weapon here.
There's going to be the final 10 seconds left. We're going to be going into overtime.
Inkjet coming out. We see the slosher on the here. Oh, big points, big points.
not
But a
quite.
great stop there on the side of Sog Squad, and they win this set 3-2-0.
Yes, really great showing from Song Squad. Really just showing like they know how to take fights. They know how to play the game.
Absolutely. They were doing great on team fights. They were doing great pushing up by themselves, getting the picks they needed, getting the Rainmaker all the way down to 6 points, and just securing that lead early and getting.
All right, so looks like Song Squad will be advancing to the next round. So we'll be looking at that map shortly. I have been Nerd.
Yeah, and I thank you. Where can they find it?
I'm at Splatnerd27 on Twitter.
Heck yeah. I'm at EnkyPNW, basically everywhere. I'm mainly on Blue Sky and Twitch, so follow me there.
Yep.
And you're watching Splatoon Tourney. Stick around.